Hi, beautiful souls. How are you doing? And happy Memorial Day weekend to you. All right. We are still dealing with the Q. And in the last reading, thank you for hitting the like button, you guys. I even got a message from YouTube. This video got more likes than ever before. Congratulations, Lori. Thank you, guys. All right. One quick message, of course. If you would like to schedule a reading with me, please email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail. You need to schedule your reading first. All right, thank you so much. Okay, we are sending out our light. I hope that you've been able to get outside and sending out the light. I swirl it around, I send it up. We do our crystal grids, we did our new moon. All right. Last video I told you I'd come back today, Saturday, and take a look at if we're going to have a second round. Now, I did do the I Ching, and it came up increase. So, I'm going to take a look with the tarot to see what we get with that. And so let's take a look. Okay. Hope you guys are having good weather. I was reading from my friend Becky yesterday, and it started to hail. We had a really bad storm, so I hope you guys are safe. Getting outside. So I want to know about the you know what. We're all trying to social distance. We're trying to do the right thing, protect one another and our families. Okay. The Five of Pentacles came out. So people are worried about their income. They're worried about making coins, of course. And this has been a time of great struggle indeed, you know, for everyone. All right, so let's see. Is there going to be a surge because people are getting back out? I've told you how it is in Florida. Please share how it is with you guys. Most of the people, over half the people, well, way more than half, are maskless. They're not wearing masks and they're not social distancing. So there's been graduation parties and beach stuff and all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, let's see. Is there going to be a second wave? What do we need to know about it? What can we expect? So let's take a look at that. It's starting to get dark outside again. I hope we don't have another round as bad as we did yesterday. The lighting's okay. And all right, so first card is our, let's say, Dr. Fauci card, right? Because it's the scientists, the people who analyze charts, and the lawyer, the scientist, the doctors, you know, and the tarot, the King of Swords. So he's looking square at us. Pay attention. Listen up. You're in class. All right. Okay, let's see what's crossing. Okay, our indulgences. So the 9, this is my happy John Travolta, big fatty John Travolta card. All right, you guys know I name my cards. All right, so it's on its side. So that means that indulgence and doing what we want to do, indulging in many things and overeating and overdrinking and everything. Of course, we want everyone to have fun. I don't need to explain that. Anyway, so this is on its side, and it is challenging what the statistics, what the numbers are, what those people, those instructors and knowledgeable people who keep all those numbers and charts are telling us. And then at the bottom we have the Queen of Swords. So at the root of this, there was a lockdown. The sword was swung, and we were able to cut the numbers. All right, and then in the past, we've been told what to do. It's like Cuomo said. Doesn't everybody love Cuomo? Oh my gosh, you guys! Just 1 second. I got to tell you, his daughter Mariah must just want to bop him on the head. The boyfriend has left the premises. And then he said, did you watch when he said if it leaves and it doesn't come back to you, it's not yours, or if it does, whatever. He just made me laugh so hard. I was laughing so hard, I had tears in my eyes for her. I felt so bad for her. All right, page of wands. I scrolled there, sorry. Page of wands, we've been told, this depends, like Homa says, our actions will determine the outcome. We've all been warned by this page, and we've seen the signs. Remember that the pages carry messages, omens, and signs. They're all around us. Okay. The Six of Pentacles and the Two of Coins. So that, I think this is, at the top here, again, people want their money. They want their pay. And this is the scales of balance. And here, we had established some sort of balance with this. And then we go to the Two of Pentacles, and now we're off balance and trying to juggle everything. They opened here in Florida, they opened 25% of the restaurant, and then in phase one, and then within, 5-6 days, they said, okay, go 50. And then now they're saying, no, we're going full. So I don't understand. Anyway, they're telling us, our guides and angels are telling us that, and I also think that the economically challenged are going to suffer the worst. And this is all a balance. This is a very careful dancing, balancing act. And sometimes, this is the rob Peter to pay Paul card. All the balls in the air. And of course, this means there's a rise and fall. This is on the doorstep. And if you look at the ocean, it goes up and down. So the numbers will be unsteady. The numbers will flux and change. They'll go up, they'll go down. And many people will feel the downside because this wasn't continued with the Queen of Swords. So, and some people will feel very bad that they didn't do what they were supposed to do. And some of the people that are non-mask wearers are making fun of the people who are. So it's getting pretty hairy out there. We need all of the light workers to raise it out. Just go outside and just raise it up. Raise it out for everyone. Swirl it around. See it coming. Ground your feet down and shoot it right out of the top, right? Okay, so I know you know how to do it. You're so much more powerful than you think. That was a true revelation for me. They said, oh, we're the weak and the most susceptible. And I'm like, wait a second. This is a calling for us. And we're anything but weak. Okay, so that's really not what I wanted to see. It is a steady climb. It will be a steady climb. It'll come back. And the Nine of Pentacles is, many people were driven by money, of course, and we understand that for the people who genuinely were concerned about, their money, not the greed. At least we don't have the 4 here. Of course, we're not done with the reading yet, are we? Okay, so that's a steady growth. So, 3 of Pentacles, Chariot card. This is another big card of balance in the hopes and fears. Some places, of course, will not be as affected. Some people will be in the lower end, of course. But this will make everybody get together to make a new plan. And this is a collaborative, cooperative effort. A lot of readers call this dark money card. Well, it is if it's surrounded by negative cards, but it isn't here. Remember, we have to look at it like a weather map. So the cards around it are changing, but we're hoping for balance, and then there can be assistance. So I'm going to say that everyone now will look at a new plan and will try to formulate a cooperative effort and work together. That's good, okay? But on the way up there, it's very shaky and upsetting, and there will be more loss. And the actions of some will create this. And there will be steady growth and flux and change in the numbers. There's that King of Cups we keep saying. I just think this is the trying to hide the numbers so they can work on the economy. But I'm actually pleased with that outcome card, but it sure looks like it's going to be, remember, we're looking for on down the line, you know, for the months to come in the second wave. So we'll be able to see, 14, 21 days, the results of this particular holiday weekend. So we will send out our light and do what we can to help our country, right? All right, what do we not know about this second wave? Let's do 2. Okay, it'll be worldwide. Okay, so I know that that's typically our holiday, but we have to pay attention to what's going on in other places. Of course, we have people traveling from here to other places as well, right? I don't know if, I'm sure other countries have bans going on, right? All right, and then people just not following through and doing what they're supposed to do. So there's still going to be the naysayers. There's still going to be some people dragging their feet with doing the correct thing. Okay. Now let's pick these up. So that's sad. We'll get a hold of this, but there is an issue here with it. There will be increase. So, all right, now let's see. Let's put these back together and let's shuffle them up. And I want to take a look to see if DJ will be held responsible for this. Because he said, I'm not going to change a thing. Why would I change a thing? You know, I'm not going to close it down. He won't have any choice. Just like he said about the churches. Did you watch Meta? Let's see, that was her Friday night about all the churches that where people were infected in a house of worship. And some of those people actually, you know, were there to do loving things. All right, let's see. Let's see. Will DJ be held responsible? There actually will be a hearing about this. There will be some sort of a meeting and hearing to discuss the lack of the lack of action that DJ took. Will DJ be held responsible for people being infected? Will DJ be held responsible for people getting sick? All right, let's take a look. All right, same card that we pulled. So this is, they're going to see it as a lack of action, that he knew and he didn't follow through. He knew and got information, and then he just didn't do the work. The Seven of Pentacles is planting a few seeds and then just sort of standing there and watching it, waiting for it to grow. But you have to water and fertilize, and if you don't water and fertilize, then you don't get the riches of the crop, you know? All right, so they are going to say, the question is, when did you know? How much did you know? When were you told? What did you know? So, and intuitively and through information from other people, that's what they're going to look at. When did the facts come out? And they're going to say, you knew and you didn't do the work, right? And there will be so much emotion around this. They're going to say he just turned his back from the information and walked away from it, that he didn't embrace, that he didn't care about the cups, which are you and I. They're going to say that it was all about the money, that he was only interested in the coins. You know, the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, King of Pentacles. So much emotion. My Ace of Cups card for me, I assigned that when I was learning how to read. I assigned that as a 6-month period for me. Okay, so I'm going to say this turns up in 6 months. Now, where does that put us? At almost around election time? All right. They're thinking about it. And as more people collapse and have health, sickness situations, there will be much more thought put to this in the Four of Swords. And then people's beliefs are going to change. This is one of the only cards that has the church window in it. There are two that have the church window, the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. And he's relying heavily on the so-called religious base. Like he said, you know, the abortion clinics were deemed necessary places and workers. And so he wants the church to have that. Now, who do you think that came from? Come on. Right? Oh my gosh. He thinks he's out scot-free. He just thinks he is fine. That he's going to sail through whatever, and that he was the one that let everybody be free. You wanted this, I let you have it, it's what you wanted, and oh, look at that. There's the other church window, right? The Five of Pentacles. So I love it when that happens. In tarot, it happens all the time, but our guides and angels are being extremely loving and very helpful today. I even got the High Priestess for the card of the day on the Way of Positive Change Facebook and Instagram page today, which means signs and omens are all around us. So there's the other church window. So it will hit the faith. It will hit the churches. And, you know, there are some people at the top, at the upper echelon of the religious and churches, but many of the parishioners are really there out of the lovingness of their heart. And they're taken advantage of in many instances. Not of all, in many instances. But this means people from church are not going to do well. And what I believe we're seeing here and what our guides and angels are telling us is that they may be the ones to bring the case. There will be a hearing and a decision made about this. And the church base are going to have to make, you know, they've done the funding with the Six of Cups, and he hopes they'll continue. But man, oh man, they're going to say, when this starts to happen, when the you-know-what hits the fan, they're going to say, we've got to make a decision. We either break with this dude or we're going to lose. This is really big. So I'm going to say yes, he is going to be held responsible. And I think that this is us. I think this is all the light bearers and the people who are very caring and Mother Earth. And we're going to march forward. Now, it doesn't show him going down, you know, to what level. All we can see is that there will be a break. The supporters, I think, of many of the church goers, the parishioners, are the ones. When they start losing family, and they already have, it's been terrible, it's tragic, and their cries are being heard. And man, that's a tough energy to tap in. I tapped into that the other day. Their mourning, their cries are being heard. That was a very clear message for me. So the decisions will be made, and the angels are watching out over us, have been sent to help us. So that's not good for him. And this could, so let me see if I can get timing on that. Now, the Empress card is high summer, right? What's the timing on this decision? Wow, look at that split for me. Okay, so I'm going to say fall. I'm saying that only because of what this card means to me, right? And also, you know, there's a rabbit in this picture, and that is the symbol of, you know, people being mothers and the mothers of the world stepping up. And it's going to be the women, I'm telling you. I've always seen, go back and watch one of my older videos, the 3 queens that take down DJ. It's going to be the women. Absolutely, positively, without a doubt. And the women are going to have a lot to say. All right, so I think there's probably, I'll leave it at that. Okay. And so I'm going to say the fall. I'm going to say not quite to the equinox is what I'm getting. Late summer, almost, that autumny time. So that's where I'm going with that. Okay, so that's where I'm going with that. All right. Now I want to take a look. Many of you have been doing grids. You're the light bearers. You're so powerful. I read for so many of you, and you're so talented, so psychic. And you give me messages. I give you messages, and you're really. Almost everyone that I'm reading for is saying, "Wow, my intuition is really getting stronger." Well, we've turned inward, and this is a time where that is rising in all of us. So, all of the readers are saying the same thing, and you guys are readers. All right, so let's look at the message for the light bearers, for you and I. What do our guides and angels want us to know most for this time? We're being smart, we're doing the right thing. I'm even having to stay away from my grandchild a little bit more because other people are coming over there. We're not going to talk about that. All right, light bearers. You and I, special message for you and I. We just went under that new moon. We still have Venus squaring Neptune. What's the message? Keep the faith. Love is the only answer, right? And two, this is very much the cup of communion, the dove, the wafer, right? It's new beginnings, it's births, it is the arts, it's intuition and information and signs and omens and all things good. The ace is a great card. It's love, and more love. Okay, now they are letting us know. Now remember, when you're doing readings and you're asking questions, when the cards resurface, you can tie it back into what you already saw. So we already saw this when we were asking about the resurgence. And this is on its side. So we know what's going to happen here. So they're telling us that's a confirmation that there will be a second wave of the you-know-what. But we are victorious and we are strong. And we know it, too. And in the Chariot, it's got the waxing and waning moons on his shoulders, and balance and willpower, and he holds his wand at ease, as he goes forward. So this is really about willpower, knowing who we are, standing in your power. And there's been, when this all started happening, it was anxiety, but we've gone out of that now. There's still anxiety around other people that are being ridiculously dumb, that are they have ignorance to the facts, right? Or they even have the facts and they don't pay attention to it. They're very much like the Knight of Wands. They can't follow through on anything. Squirrel. A lot of energy coming in, and then, all the energy around us. So we just you and I stay focused. Keep sending your light. Look for the messages. Talk to other people online. Keep using the internet, and do a grid with the world. A little globe or world, or print out a picture of the globe. All right, we've been paying attention again to the scientists, the facts, the numbers, the keepers, and there's loss. And again, the cries and the mourning of the people who have lost are being heard. And there is more sadness there. But we have to remember to Stay in the day that you're in, raise your vibration. When we get the Five of Cups, it's very important to listen to sound therapy, sound vibrational healing, the crystal bowls. Stephen Halpern has some great ones, chakra music, Chakra Suite, I think is one of my favorites. You can look that up on YouTube. Do the chakra balancing, high vibration, do some jazz, or some Mozart. Listen, sound vibration and color therapy, because this is where we can get very focused on the spilled cups, which there's nothing we can do about the spilled cups. But these other 2 cups, like this, are right here. So we have to focus for what's coming. Take the dark cloak off. This is a call to action. This is one of the archangels in the tarot. It's a call to action. Hear the trumpet, stand up. It's like the biblical seal being broken, and hear the trumpet and rise up and send out the love. Understand your power. Magician. You and I are the magicians. We're the conduits. And remember, you can't rationalize. You can't left brain rationalize right brain things like quantum physics. I mean, the quantum physics, the physicians they can. But believe in the unseen. Know that there is power in that, in the divine matrix. Know that what you're sending out is received. And open yourself to receive. Receive what I'm sending, and I'll receive what you're sending. And we'll keep sending it to everyone. So swirl it around and wave that wand. So we have 2 wands. One right here in the Chariot card, and then we're the conduits. So you've got 1 ace of every suit on your table. This is it. This is a very empowering time for you and I. So make good use of it. And there's one of the other archangels. And this is mixing things together. So, it's the alchemist. Very much like the magician as well. So it's a blending. So make sure that you're digging in the earth. Make sure that you're planting plants. Put some crystals outside like we talked about. And raise the vibration. And keep sending. All right. I think that's good enough. Understand that other people will act, weird, but we're coming in time. And that message was so clear to me. You're not the weak ones. You are the empowered ones. You're the ones that will change this vibration. You and I. That was so strong. And you guys I'm so honored to be in your group. You guys are awesome. All right. And I love your comments when you watch Johnny and Jen Lynn and Becca. I love, just watching your comments. And sometimes I can't type in fast enough. Or sometimes I'll just lay down and watch because it's late. And I'm an early riser. All right. Happy Memorial Day weekend to you. Hit that like button, please. And I'll see you guys soon. Want to do a reading? Email thewayofpositivechange@gmail.com and we'll get you scheduled. All right. Be safe. Be the magician. Much love to you.